Alright, welcome back everyone to ESA Marathon, and welcome to the Shin Megami Tensei run. This is the PSX version, and I am Sion. I will be doing this run hopefully well, and with me I have...
My name's Lon. You might remember me, we did SMT5 last summer, and it was good, and we're back for the first one this time.
And I'm Neviatz. I run Persona games. Last year I ran P4G, and I don't know a lot about this game, but it's very early in the morning and you need some moral support.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
That's what we want. We want moral support.
Alright, so because this is going to be a not so long run, but a very RNG heavy run, we actually have a bingo going on. Best we can do is show it how it goes, and we'll let you know how it goes. For every line, I'm going to donate 10 euros or $10, and if we get a bingo, I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling in 2 hours.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things
I
here
encourage
that,
everyone to take part in it, and we'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of things here that may or may not happen in this.
Yeah.
And that's the best part.
All right, I'm good to go. So let's just get started.
Yeah, you want to push the button?
You push the button.
Okay.
All right.
Call it.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, welcome to Shin Megami Tensei 1. This game was originally released in 1992 for the Super Famicom, and this is the remake for the PlayStation released in 2001.
I remember the character names.
Yes, I'm going to need the names for the first character.
Yes, the first name would be Scrungus.
Scrungus, that's spelled, I assume, I'm going to give you my best guess.
Looks correct, yeah.
Scrungus, okay.
Yeah, we're good.
I hope we have enough characters for all the rest of the names. Alright, so Scrungus over here is our protagonist, and he needs to be very fast in order for us to escape from all the random encounters that we're going to get throughout the run. This game has a very high encounter rate. And the thing with Scrungus is that he, as the main character, has the power to influence the fate of the world, and depending on his decisions, we're going to get one ending or the other, or the third one that we also don't get. This over here is going to be one of our buddies, the law hero, whose name is...
His name is Chungus.
Chungus. Our buddy Chungus. Yes, so... yes, what can I say about Chungus? He's a... He's going to be a magic specialist, and he's our law-aligned friend. So each of our buddies has one alignment, and we side with one or the other, depending on our decisions. As you already know by the category name, we're going to choose Chungus.
Alternatively, we could just not.
I could not.
You could just side with nobody.
Yes, yeah, that's also an option. That's not what we're going to do. And this is Chaos Hero, whose name is...
Fungus.
Fungus. Okay, that I can spell for sure. Imagine this is the one I make a typo on. It's so embarrassing. Fungus. There you go. Fungus is already on the ground, as his name implies. Fungus is a magic specialist, somewhat like Chungus, but he will actually add no points into speed. So I could actually explain how the point assignments work. We get 18 points that we can assign right away to any character. And the points that we can be assigned to strength, vitality, which are like the actual physical power, and then magic and intelligence, which is like the spells that you use, and then speed and luck. Speed and luck influence your accuracy and also the likelihood that you have to
encounter.
Yeah, you encounter a likelihood of running away from characters. So that was all a dream. We won't actually meet the main characters just yet. We wake up from this dream, and we're told by our mother, or rather asked by our mother, to go pick up some coffee, but to be careful because the world is kind of in disarray.
When you come back, pet Pascal.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to say hi to our best boy,
also,
Pascal.
I need to do the settings. I can't forget the game I'm in. Yeah. So for the PSX version, one of the biggest differences is that they added strafing and running, so that makes the movement a lot faster.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it saves so much compared to the original Super Famicom version. You're so slow.
It's an absolute mess in that version.
Yeah. You need to pet Pascal. How could you forget?
Oh, I can pet Pascal after the dream.
Okay, but we have to pet Pascal. Very important. He's a good boy.
Yes. After we try to buy coffee, we actually get attacked by a demon who ate a person. And then later on, we're actually going to be accused of killing that person and get arrested for it. I'm kind of spoiling how it goes, but I feel like it's better that we get that out of the way. So we just go back to sleep because we had a full day of not buying coffee and getting attacked by random demons. And we have another dream, and this time we meet the heroine, whose name is...
Among Us.
Among Us, yeah. Hopefully I have enough characters for Among Us. Among Us. There she is,
yeah.
Among Us. So, Among Us is the last character. She's gonna have a lot of points into speed and then magic. There you go.
Yeah, you're going to notice a recurring theme with our character distribution points. We always put points into speed, and we are always putting points into magic or wisdom, because in this stage of the game, physical attacks is just not worth using. You need to pet Pascal, how could you forget?
Oh, I can do that after.
You keep forgetting to pet the dog.
I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah, speed for the main character for now, because all we're going to do with the main character just now, our boy Scrungus, is just escape from battles. Like, we have no access to anything at this point. You don't start off with any weapons. Scrungus is the only character in the game that can't use magic, but he makes up for that by being the hero, and he has access to the comp, which lets him summon and control demons. We obviously don't have any demons yet, but that will come into play just shortly. But yeah, we start with no guns, we start with no melee weapons. We were given an attack knife when that poor soul got eaten by the demon, but we don't equip it because it's weak and slow.
Yes, so this is an actually real fight. We actually got astral projected into this building where we are going to fight this guy later. This was only a test of our strength, of which we don't have a lot yet. So we're told to just come back later and get stronger and maybe try our luck.
Yeah, currently we are just hilariously weak.
Yes. So what we do instead of grinding or anything, imagine grinding this. We go into the store and buy 3 Hama arrows. Hama arrows hit almighty damage, and almighty damage, for those who are familiar with Megaten in general, there's no defense against almighty damage, so it's basically the strongest that you can inflict on demons. And in this game, item damage is scaled by the points that you put into magic. So as we put so many points into magic this early on into the game, any item that we throw at a demon is going to do a lot of damage and basically one-shot them. And I'm going to save in here just in case, just like Steven
said. Yeah, just
says.
like Steven said. So this guy, he's kind of important for the lore of the game. We don't really see him too much in the speedrun, but in the lore, he is practically the guy that created the digital devil summoning program. Is that what it's called? And it's what allows us to talk and control demons. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. So this is the first, I guess you could call it, dungeon in the game. It's just a hospital. As you saw, we got arrested for a murder we didn't commit. And we ended up in a hospital of all places. Don't know how that works, but the hospital director, he's kind of weird. He wants to do some experiments on people, and he's actually a demon. So
yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the hammer there. Oh, there you go. He's already dead.
And he's already dead, yep. Just easy as that.
So the reason why we have to come for him like this, it's actually what Steven tells us, but text goes by so fast in this version that we can't even read it. The hospital director has the key for us to leave, so we kind of need the key to leave.
Yeah, and the director's got the key. And so the only way out is to defeat the key. Defeat the director. Now, usually you're supposed to... You do a little bit of grinding, because he is kinda... He's got some annoying attacks, but in the speedrun, because we have so many points in magic, we just nuke him with a single hammer arrows, and that's it.
Yes. So I guess we should explain this first of all. As you can tell, this is a first-person dungeon crawler. So what's going on is that the party is all on the bottom, and any dungeon is all on this like square. Is it a square? Rectangle.
Rectangle.
Rectangle. Yeah. It's too late. I don't even know shapes anymore.
Shapes are relative. Now remember, pet Pascal.
Oh yeah, right.
So this is our good boy Pascal. He that's it.
Yes,
he's a dog.
Good thing we pet our dog because our mother's dead and we're gonna kind of have to fight her.
Yeah. So this demon ate our mom, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
And
But-
then they ate a Hama arrow and got killed.
Yeah. But the most importantly was with Pet Pascal.
Yes.
He's a good boy. In the casual playthrough at this point of the game, he's also really good. He joins us, and then you can do a fusion for Cerberus, and he's like a level 40 demon or something. Really good for the early game, but we don't really need it because all we've got magic, and that's all we need.
All right. So I did another safety save because there's a very low chance of dying to the next fight in this version. So as you can see, the game is in English. If you're familiar at all with SMT1 speedrun, especially the Super Famicom versions, you're probably not used to them being played in English. This patch has actually come out only last year, but it actually made this game playable in English, or speedrunnable compared to the Super Famicom version, which is a lot slower. So that's where you actually have a chance to showcase the game to an audience who can generally understand it.
Yeah. So this, as you might remember, this was the dungeon we were in the astral projection. The game expects us to go up the stairs, but it's given us a convenient elevator, so we can just take that up. And this was as the same guy we fought earlier, except this time we are much more powerful, despite doing practically nothing but buying a rock.
Right, so going for more items. Ooh. I believe. There you go.
Yeah, we're good. Easy enough.
Alright, so as you can see, I guess I haven't acknowledged that. As you can see, we're putting points into intelligence. That's because we are going to start recruiting demons now, which is the integral part of Mega Tense speedrunning. We're going to need 6 demons total, another one later, so it's not 6 demons total, I don't know why I said that. And I'm going to save here just in case something happens. And I need to like load it back up. So these demons are Pyrojack or Jack Lantern, whichever name you know it better as. Jack Frost, the good old
It's on my
mascot.
T-shirt.
This guy, we can actually get him. We can actually. I kind of
Oh.
don't want to get him though. I'm gonna try and get Jack Frost instead, just for the
We
occasion.
I'm wearing the Jack Frost T-shirt. It'd be kind of a shame if we didn't get Jack
Yeah,
Frost.
I'll go for Jack Frost. Only if he doesn't spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, triple staff. That's on bingo.
Is that a triple staff?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Alright.
if you're playing along at home, we've already crossed off 1 box.
Okay, we got
Woo!
Goblin. So this is how negotiations work. So
No.
for anyone who's played Undertale, it's actually inspired by Megaten, according to Toby Fox. What happens here is that we always have an option to either talk or fight against demons. And for any demon that's not of the dark, dark alignment, you can actually talk to them and strike a deal with them, or negotiate, as we usually say, to have them join you. They're going to ask for things like money, items that we never have, and magnetite.
Yeah.
There you go.
For the most part, we only really want to do the negotiations for demons we want to recruit. Later on, you'll see we need some money. Then we'll do negotiations for some money then. But for now, we just want to negotiate with the demons that are gonna join our party. And then ideally, we want to try and avoid encounters that aren't productive to what we need. If we do encounter, say we recruit a Jack Frost, we can speak to it again and it will just completely leave. Because we've got it and it's, it's friendly.
Okay, that's 3+ encounters back to back. That's also
Is that free? Yeah,
Um,
that's one thing about this game. So when you escape from a battle, you get taken back 1 tile, and the game just really likes when you walk back a tile, walk forward, and get another encounter. the game is really bad for that. It's partially why we use a skill called a stoma later, because the encounter rate is it's an encounter rate. I don't know what else to say about it. It's absurdly
It's
high.
very generous at giving you encounters, that's for sure.
Yeah, like some games have really low encounter rates, but like this game just showers you in encounters. Sometimes it's a bit too much.
Alright, so we'll basically just have to go for this dungeon, then I'll give you some context on the story of what's going on. Are there any donations that can be read, maybe?
Yes, there are. We have some lovely donations from the Shin Megami Tensei community. First one being a $40 donation by Sim saying, "Hey Sion, good luck on the run. Thank you for all the hard work you've put into the classic SMT speedrun scene. Here's hoping for a first try Sylph and you remember to say no to Echidna. P.S. My wife voted for Scrungus." Thank you very much for your donation.
Thank you, Sim. I love you,
We
man.
also have a $20 donation by Jojo07.
Oh yeah.
Law Hero wears red, Pascal the dog is blue. I hope the run goes well and Arachne doesn't troll you. Thank you for your poetry in this early morning hours.
We need something to keep us awake, so some lovely poetry is definitely what we want.
And we got a final $10 donation by Sakutai saying, "Break a leg, Sion. Let's go for the new PB."
The new PV? Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna try.
Thank you very much for your donations. Keep them coming. Keep the runners awake. We can do this.
Thank you so much for the donations. Very generous. I'll give you my best. It's gonna be hard to get a PB with all the saving I'm doing, but I'll just try to go extra fast to make up for it. Oh my god, look at this guy. Did you see all he asked for?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, he just wanted so much money from you. It's a good thing we have all that money. So I don't think we explained this yet, but in demon negotiations, we can ask them to join our party, which is what we want to do.
Yeah.
And they have a list. Well, I say a list, but they have demands where they want us
Yeah.
to give them things. Usually it's money or magnetite, or at least in the early game, a lot of magic stones. They love
They
magic
love magic
stones.
stones.
We don't have any magic stones. Every time they ask, we have to say no, and they
Oh,
don't
we should
like
say that for the Megaten people, Magic Stone is just a weird translation that they gave to Life Stones. For all those who've played other Megaten games, you probably are very familiar with demons wanting Life Stones. I'm only getting kobolds. It's like the game wants me to get a kobold, but today I'm going for a Jack Frost, I said.
Yeah, we want Jack Frost.
Oh, actually, I think I got a Magic Stone.
Yeah, and it's completely random.
Oh,
There you go.
there it
There we
is.
go.
There
Yeah,
it is.
negotiations. What they want is completely random. They could ask for one like tiny amount
There
of
it
yen
is.
and
Alright.
instantly join the party. They could ask for like 10 amounts of
Dang.
yen and magnetite, and if you like don't have the item or you say no, there's entirely a chance they will just completely give up the negotiation. You have to start again. It is it's usually not bad, but it can be can be very annoying at times.
Alright, this fight can also be very annoying at times, so we're gonna hope that we get preemption. Oh, I guess we could explain preemption. Can you explain what preemption is like?
Yeah, so there's when you get into battles, is it depending on speed? I don't remember.
Depending on speed,
Yeah.
depending on the moon cycle.
Yeah, so depending on the speed and the moon cycle, there's a chance, very much like if you've ever played Persona 3 or Persona 4, you'll know that you can get advantage on the enemies if you were to, say, attack them first. It works something similar here. If you have a higher speed stat, average speed stat, then you have a higher chance of going first and getting a bonus turn as well. And we abuse that because some of these bosses here, if they go first, it could kill us in one turn if they really feel like it. So we want to make sure we're getting as many first turn surprises as possible, which gives us effectively two free turn or a free turn before they
Yeah.
actually do anything. This fight here is pretty much just a few demon waves. There's nothing really much to it. We've gone through like half of them already.
Yeah. You say that, but if you get unlucky, this fight can definitely kill you because the zombie guys, they have MP5s.
Oh yeah, the soldiers. Yeah.
and they hit hard. But thankfully, we actually got a preemption on one of the most important turns, which let me use Hames on this one turn, and I'm basically safe. There's two more demons that we need to get in this section. Dryad, which I'm going to try and get here. No, that's
No,
not
that's a
it.
Jack Frost.
Yeah. But I'm going to... Oh, no,
Nope.
that's still not Jack Frost.
Yeah,
I mean,
talking to
Dryad.
demons that are already in our party is also good because they love to shower you in money and magnetite if you've already got one of their companions with you, and it ends the encounter. It's faster than just trying to escape.
Did I get this guy?
Yeah, either. Yeah, I think
Let's be
you're
on
just
this.
missing Azumi and Dryad at this
Osman
point.
and Dryad, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, awesome. Oh, there she is. Okay.
There we go. Is that early? as early Dryad?
No. Early Dryad is before I'm level 12.
Okay. Oh, so you mean like before we can actually recruit?
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
okay, yeah, I get you.
Okay, OC joined because of the life stone. See?
Yeah.
This is why it's good to have stones on you.
Yeah, this is one of the few side quests you can do. We do this pretty much just for the XP. I believe we get some alignment points, but the alignment points don't matter in at this point in the game. We're just here for the extra XP.
Yes.
And because Azumi and Dryad can spawn here.
Yeah. We actually need this in order to unlock a stoma early, which is, oh my god, so many.
Yeah, and we want a stoma as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk to this guy. Hopefully I get the XP. There you go. A stoma is a spell that makes all encounters disappear. And that's very important because if you thought the encounter was high this early into the game, then you'd be pleasantly surprised later into the game. So we just try and get some as early as possible so we can get through the dungeons quickly and not get all these encounters. I've already used it. I actually switched all the equipment that was on Fungus to Scrungus in order for him to be more prepared for upcoming boss fights. Use the stoma again, and we're going to get the Heroine back. So I'm going to give some context for what was happening here. So we arrived to this part of Tokyo. This is all taking place in Tokyo. And currently, this Shinjuku area is divided by two factions. The faction controlled by Goto, which is a Japanese general who wants to use demons in order to defend Japan, and the faction controlled by Thorman, who thinks Goto is actually just going to use demons to, I don't know, rain havoc and wants to stop him. And then the Alliance, which is whose leader is the Heroine among us, who doesn't believe in either of them. But we're actually going to be talking to each of them first to actually know what they're talking, like what's their true intentions, and then decide who we want to align ourselves with.
Yeah, this is one of the parts of the game that really shows how sort of non-linear, in a sense, you can take the game's story. There are effectively 3 different ways of playing this sequence out, depending on which alignment you want to go for. You can either side with Goto and you'd get chaos points, or you can align with Thorman, get law points instead, or you could go neutral and you just defy both of them. For the sake of like the speedrun, for the most part, it's just you get more or less or different boss fights. Obviously, if we're going for the law route, which we're going to be doing, we don't want to align with chaos characters, so we would end up fighting them. And say neutral, you don't care, you kill them both anyway. Like, you might as well. So one sort of piece we also missed was that Thorman, he's an ambassador for the US, and so he's got the US Army with him.
He does.
Which also sort of explains the sort of difference between him and Goto. So this is General Goto here, wearing a lovely piece of clothing.
And the Americans
dressed for the
chat
occasion.
say hi right now.
Yeah, we know there's some Americans in here. No one else would be awake at this time of the day.
Alright, so we talked to Goto, he explained his intentions, just what I explained earlier. I got Azumi, which is our last demon.
Yep.
So we're good to go for recruitments for now.
Yeah, we're pretty on pace for recruitments. It can be kind of hit or miss, especially with Dryad. It can be a bit delayed at times.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just don't want to spawn. Now we're on our way to the U.S. Embassy. We're gonna go and meet. We're gonna meet Thorman. You can tell that they're American because their font is different. It's to imply that they're speaking in a different language.
Yeah, Americans speak in italics in real life.
Yeah,
it's very odd when you meet one and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah, I'm sure the Americans in chat can corroborate. They speak in italics compared to everyone else. If I remember rightly, in the Japanese dub, they uses it katakana instead to sort of imply that they're speaking with a different accent of sorts.
This was just the best way they could convey that, I guess, that feeling of like having an accent for text.
So we're gonna go and meet Ambassador Thorman. He's basically telling us that we are gonna, You did the right thing, right?
Yeah. Why are you so confused?
Were we supposed to buy? What? Sorry, I'm confused, right?
We can tell.
Yeah. No, we're not supposed to fight Thor, are we?
we always fight Thor. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
so we do. That's right. Sorry, I'm getting myself confused because this is the law character, and we've decided.
Even the co-commentators are
yeah.
confused.
I know. You'd think I've played this game before. I have.
Yeah.
Nevs knows more at this stage, and he hasn't actually played the game before. So.
Nev's less confusing.
I have. Not this version, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You have.
Yeah.
So
I gotta focus.
we defeated Thor, and he's basically decided, or well, it was already decided that the only way to save Japan from the demons infesting the land is to just completely nuke it.
Yes. So this timer is for the ICBMs to hit.
Yeah, there's a few nuclear missiles that are on their way to Tokyo right now, and that's this timer. There is nothing we can do about this timer. We're using the time to just do some like clean up and do some inventory management, because what else are you going to do when the world's going to end? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If the world ever ends, just
Inspect your inventory.
go pick up some luck.
Is that easy? Yeah, exactly.
Grab your money.
Grab your money, grab your gems, and then I don't know, just accept fate.
Sit
I suppose.
around.
Yeah, just enjoy yourself.
Thankfully, Among Us actually has Trapport, so she manages to get us out of that dungeon right on time.
Yeah, at like the
and-
last second.
Yes, and we get transferred to this place called Congo Shinkai. And Congo Shinkai is a realm in between reality and the demon world. And we're basically just put there because the world becomes infested by demons and we're not strong enough to survive.
Yeah, so now we're in a bit of a time skip as well. It's been about, what, 20, 30 years or so since the nukes. That's
Yeah, for you.
a King Congo Shinkai encounter.
Yeah,
so
that's the Congo Shinkai encounter. By the
unfortunately.
way, I missed the ghost spawn. That's also.
Oh, you did get a ghost spawn. That is right. Yes. So we're making progress ever so
Yes.
slightly. Yeah. So it's been about 20 to 30 years or so. We're in Congo Shinkai. It's some ethereal realm or something.
Oh my god.
And we've just been sort of vibing here. We haven't really done much in 30 years, but the world below us sure has, as we'll find out soon enough. But first of all, we've been separated from all our friends,
Yeah.
all our demons, so we have to go and find them first. They're scattered around all over the sort of inner area of this dungeon. This bit's relatively straightforward. There's not really much to it. We just grab fungus, we activate a stoma, and then it's pretty much just walk to all the required bits. So
almost missed one guy.
yeah, so the first step we do here is we just technically all we need to do is grab fungus and chungus, because the guy, I forget what his name is, he asks us to go and find our friends. Now that we found our friends, he's going to ask us to get some soma. So we have to go to the outer ring of Congo Shinkai to go and find some soma for him. And there's not much else we can really do just now. So if you want to get like a few donations in, we're pretty much just walking backwards and forwards for a minute.
Thank you. I would just like to remind everyone that we are ESA Summer 2023 and we are raising money for Alzheimerfonden, which is the national Swedish fundraising organization that is focusing on raising money for the research on Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. And together with them, we are aiming at nothing less than to eradicate Alzheimer's once and for all. Every donation counts and all of your donations go straight towards them and their funding of projects. So if you want to help us and Alzheimerfonden, just write !donate in chat and send your donations our way. That also makes sure that I have something to read and the runners do stay awake during their early morning run. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Right. So
I
we
count on you to stay awake.
yeah, like chat's gonna
Congo
have to do their
Shinkai is
best.
so long.
I know we're gonna need to, especially because it's so early in the morning. I don't remember the last.
Or
time I
late
was
in the
up.
night,
Yeah.
depending on how you look at it.
Well, you haven't slept yet. Me and Cyan had a few hours of sleep, but yeah. So we went and grabbed the soma for our friend here, but being the little greedy person he is. He wanted another one. We went and got the first one. He didn't think to say, hey, can you grab 2 while you're at it? So we had to go and grab another one. But now we've gotten him the second Soma, and now he wants us to go and grab some weapons. Basically, this guy is incapable of doing his own work. He just wants us to do it for him. So we're going to go and grab these 2 weapons. We're going to grab the last of our demons. And we take a very specific alignment at this point, so we can skip, because we're upcoming would be 2 boss fights or 2 potential boss fights. And if you don't have to do that, if you have the right alignment, you just get given the weapon for free. Otherwise, you'd have to fight them.
Yeah.
So
if you're neutral, you have to do both Red Phantom and Blue Phantom, who were localized as Mysterious Blue Stranger and Mysterious Red Stranger.
Yeah, that's not their names.
That's not their names, but we'll take them.
That was a translation goof.
The reason why we actually go for Chaos Alignment this early is because Mysterious Blue Stranger is a very complicated fight. It's very fast, so it always go first, and it can bind you. So we instead fight Mysterious Red Stranger, which is like 2 levels lower, I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me get.
Yeah, he's weaker. You would think it is slightly confusing. I remember casually I was always confused by the color of the phantoms, assuming the red one was chaos and the blue one was law, but it's the other way around.
Yes, they did it on purpose. Okay, so the strategy here is we're going to stun them and stun him. He's the only one. And we're going to throw the Hama arrows. Our main guy doesn't have a lot of points into magic, but he's going to do his best.
Yeah, it can take a while because Law
Nice.
Chaos Hero. Oh, that was easy.
It's like 3 turns. Azumi still hasn't missed. It's doing so
he's
well.
doing good. Yeah. So because of our low magic stat, it takes a while. Law and Chaos Hero, they had their own business to attend to. That's why they're not here.
Yeah.
So we want to we will have to rely on Azumi because they know the skill Zio, and Zio has a very high chance of shocking the enemy, and if they get shocked, then they basically lose their turn. We get free turns. We want to abuse that.
Yeah, it's very odd that they made that a possibility for boss fights in general.
Yeah.
And kept it for the remakes, but we're very thankful for that because it makes these fights a lot easier.
Yeah, they kept it, but at the same time, they kind of didn't, because in the Super Famicom version, the original release, all the bosses are not immune to Charm, and Charm is even more overpowered than Shock.
Charm is the best. I miss Charms every day of my life.
Yeah, so you can just charm them and then...
Charm boss fights, I can't.
He misses his Charm.
I miss my charms.
But like, so you have to deal with Shock. Shock's good enough, but it can miss. If they miss, then there's a chance that we could die.
It also doesn't help that most demons that we can get, because we're always under level compared to boss fights.
Yeah.
Most demons that we can get are slower than the boss fights, so we have to. Oh, we got preemption! Oh, that's so good.
That's
that's so
lucky.
good. Wait,
That's really
I don't even know what to. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Wait a second. I'm gonna give my best. Okay, let me kill this
got
guy.
so carried away. See, this is one of the fights.
So
that,
rare.
This is one of the fights that can go wrong if they get a first turn, because they know strength boosting and they have AoE attacks, so they can just wipe your entire party in 1 or 2 turns if you get really unlucky. But we got the preemptive strike. We're getting the shocks, so this is a lot
Amazing
easier
fight.
than it usually is.
Amazing fight. I haven't seen one of these in the last 40 attempts.
And because we're so under-leveled, we get a bunch of XP for this fight, so we level up like, what, 10 times, 10, 15 times or so? So we're able to dump all our points into magic, especially for our alternative heroes. And that just makes their magic powers even stronger. So we've returned, now that we've proven ourselves worthy, we're getting poor shamed.
Yes. That fight though, we just fought, and I got so distracted by getting preemption I didn't even explain what was going on. So the main guy, that one that asked for the somas, they were just testing our strength. That fight is supposed to have a very high. That dungeon is supposed to have a very high encounter rate, but because you Stoma, we don't actually see any of those demons. So that makes the dungeon very fast. And the other challenge is defeating Blue Phantom, Red Phantom, and Zenki and Goki, the fight that we just fought. And after doing that, we actually prove ourselves worthy enough to go back to the real world 30 years later, completely destroyed by the apocalypse. Now all the demons are much higher level, and the dungeons are also slightly different. At least the dynamic is very different. So here, for example, one of the fights that we did earlier that was like very trivial, just to get a Soma. We're actually going to fight the same guy again because 30 years later he runs this area, and he installed his own private police in order to just have power over all these people who are living here and who have no choice but to live here because outside the world is being destroyed by demons.
Yeah, a few of the things here as well we do are quite important. So once we actually get sent back to Tokyo, as we said, we got poor shamed by that homeless guy who we tried to give him some yen, but it's been 30 years, the world is not what it used to be, the economy, it's just totally collapsed. And the only currency that's accepted now is Maka. So all the yen that we had, the like 15,000 yen or whatever we had, completely worthless now. Thankfully, there was an old guy. He's a bit of a collector of yen.
Bonk.
That's a bonk. That was a bonk, yeah. He was a bit of a collector of yen, so he was willing to trade some yen for Maka, which we used to buy some items. Then we go and encounter Ozawa. Unfortunately, he's a bit too strong for us right now.
Yes. He's had 30 years to get stronger demons.
Yeah.
So we were stuck in.
Yeah, 30 years, as you can imagine. A lot's changed. Chaos Hero has decided that the best way to deal with Ozawa would be to fuse with a demon.
Yes. So Chaos Hero is very frustrated about not being strong enough, especially against that guy who was his former bully. So he fused himself with one of my demons that I recruited.
Yeah, thankfully we can manipulate how this fusion works. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only Chaos Demons that he'll fuse with.
Yes, only Chaos Demons.
And Imp is the only Chaos Demon in our party, so he is always gonna fuse with Imp, which is ironic. He fuses with a really low level demon, but gets like 20 levels on us.
Yes, he gets very strong now. And he also gets a full heal, which is good because that means I don't have to spend money to heal him because we're going to be very low on money in this section.
Yeah, and he gets a few buffs to his stats. And now we're going to go back to Ozawa because, Chaos Hero thinks we're strong enough now. We were, let's be honest, we were strong enough beforehand. The game just wouldn't let us.
Yeah, but like now we're going to definitely be strong.
Now we're definitely strong enough.
And we need to free all these people from Ozawa's
captivity. Yes, we've got some
dictatorship.
Yes, he basically runs the place like a dictatorship. He doesn't like anyone having fun, and if you're having fun, you pretty much get sent to prison. So we're doing the people a favor by defeating him. Now, despite the fact that, as you saw, this guy has got lightning coming out from his spawn animation, he's not immune to electricity, so we could just shock him to death.
Yeah, that's the way we like to do it.
Because, why wouldn't a god of, someone who loves thunder would be weak to electricity?
So these dialogue options are actually very important for your alignment. We need to be exactly as close as possible to neutral alignment in order to do the next fusion, because, as you can see, Chaos Hero left us. He thinks that we're too soft because we didn't want to kill Ozawa.
Yeah, we were given a dialogue choice at the end of that fight if we wanted to actually kill him ourselves.
Yes.
If you were to do that, you'd get chaos points. And if you say no, Chaos Hero kills him anyway.
Yeah. He always leaves. And the fact that he always leaves means that we have to fuse a demon in order to get his stomach back, because we can't have as many encounters as the game tries to give it to us. We'd be here forever. So the earliest demon has a stoma. Whoops. The earliest demon that has a stoma is Kushinada Hime, whose level is 28, which we so conveniently are right now at this point in the game. So we're going to try and fuse her. It's not very good.
Yeah, this is also one of the points in the game where we want to do negotiations for money, because we're going to need it very soon.
Okay, so I'm going to try and adjust my alignment.
Yeah, everything you do in this game pretty much influences your alignment in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, you can actually see what your alignment is on the world map because the way your character spins determines your alignment. So if I remember, it's clockwise for law, counterclockwise for chaos, and then if it just hovers in the center, then it's neutral.
Yes.
We want to stay as neutral as possible until pretty much the end of the game when our alignment is locked.
Yeah.
Because it's just faster. There are reasons, but the main reason is it's faster.
And
So-
we do everything that is fast.
Exactly, that's the whole point. Yes. Even the chaos ending route for this game does law until the bit where like the end pretty much when you have to actually confirm your alignment because it's just faster. Which is slightly ironic, but here we are. So this is another demon we want to recruit. Hopefully, that's him asking for money. So usually what we want is we want him to join our party, but unfortunately for us, he is very particular about how he joins our party. He either wants an absurd amount of money, we're talking like, tens of thousands of maka, or he'll just join us instantly. We can't do this recruit if we have chaos alignment, which is why Sion was trying to make sure he was at least neutrally aligned. Because he's asking for money. we
don't have a lot of that.
We don't have enough money. Like,
and if we give him money in under these circumstances, he's just going to take it and leave.
yeah,
That's the last.
they love taking our money and leaving. So what we want, he's good. They pretty much always ask if we're part of the Messianic faith, and if we say yes, there is a chance, a non-zero chance, but a chance that he will just instantly join the party. And what we want is we want him to instantly join the party.
Yes. We also need to get money because we need to do a lot of shopping next. So we just want him to join and not take any money.
Yeah, and then any other encounters we get. The reason why we don't use a
that's right,
stoma
okay.
is we have Kushinada Hime, so we can do a stoma, but the reason why we don't is because we want these encounters so we can get money. That's the only reason. As soon as we get enough money, as soon as we get the Messian, we're sorted. We should probably also explain, we haven't explained yet who Messians are.
Yes, the Messiahs and the Gaians. That should be.
Yeah. So in the last
20.
30 years, as we said, a lot of things have changed. One of the big things that's changed so far, is two factions have sort of risen up from the ashes, I guess, of Tokyo. You've got the law-aligned Messianic faith, and you've got the chaos-aligned Gaian faith. And as you can imagine, differing ideologies, they're basically constantly at war with each other.
Yes.
And we're kind of stuck in the middle. They both have grand plans for the future of Tokyo, and it's up to us to choose, what we want to do, and whatever we want to do is what's going to happen because we have the power to do that.
So we actually got them signed to
join
this.
Unfortunately, we kind of threw away all
at
our
what
money.
cost?
Yeah.
5K.
And if you didn't join at that moment, you wouldn't have had money, and then you would have just blown all your money for nothing, which is annoying. But I think now, we've got time for messages or donations or anything if there's any available.
Yes, thank you very much. I would like to remind everyone that whenever you are sending a donation our way, you can allocate it towards one of the incentives, or several of them, that we have currently open. One of which is the incentive for the HIS showcase, we're aiming at showing at all the cutscenes to get cozy with the wholesome game cutscenes that are resembling a children's storybook. And at the same time, you can, whenever you donate towards us, be eligible to win a prize with us. For example, for a minimum donation of $5, you are eligible to win a Hollow Knight Quirrell minifigurine. And if you go all in and donate over $250 towards Alzheimer Fountain during the course of this event, you are eligible to win one of the grand prizes, one of which is a custom ESA PlayStation 5, which is covered in the glorious ESA purple and yellow color scheme. Thank you very much so far for your contributions and donations. Type !donate in chat. And with that, back to you.
All right. I have enough money. That's great. We're now going to be doing the infamous Sylph fusion.
Yeah.
So the reason why we need this Messiah in the first place is because we're going to be doing a random fusion.
Yeah, I want
by
everyone
fusing-
to count with us until we get Sylph.
Yeah,
so that's one,
So by fusing
two,
a human like the Messiah with any demon,
3,
we have a chance of getting any possible
4,
demon in the pool of around 20, I think, 20, 28.
5,
And this can take
6,
up to, I don't know, 60 attempts.
7,
Usually, hopefully it won't be that many. Oh,
8. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
that's
eighth
very
try.
good. 8th try.
Yeah, usually that can take up to like 20 at least.
20
on
is average. 20,
On
25 is like average.
Yeah.
80 is like very,
8's
very
really
good.
good. Yeah. Unfortunately, that means we can't tick off our where was it? 20 plus
Yeah.
fusion attempts.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of the average that we're getting. So this is the most, or I guess, yeah, the most important fusion of the run. We need
Sure.
Sylph because they.
I mean, jury's out on which is more important between Kushinada and Sylph.
well,
But,
technically you could beat the game without Kushinada, but like at least for this.
no, you could. What do you mean? Without Kushinada Hime? Without a stoma?
You just get a bunch of encounters.
No. You die. You die. No, that's completely.
No, you've got Trifuri,
though?
you'll be fine.
You absolutely do.
But yeah, so we got Sylph. We need Sylph to do some fusions later on, so
I was-
getting the now is like our most convenient opportunity, and getting it in 8 tries is actually quite good. Yeah, the average runner, I'm sure the runners of this game that are in the chat, they can all attest to how awful this fusion RNG is. I'm sure if anyone's ever played Persona 3, you know kind of the same feeling with trying to get that perfect fusion with all the right skills, and how you could be cycling that thing for goodness knows how long till you get just the right skills.
hold on. Alright, there you go. I actually kind of messed up the shopping, so I'm gonna have to go and sell the Soma in order to buy the rest of the.
You just
the
a little
Soul
short,
Stones.
were you?
What?
Just a little short on my.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Alright, I was fine, but I bought too many Hamias, but it's fine.
You
I
can
have
never
a
have too
backup.
you can never have too many.
I have a backup. It's fine.
Cool. So now, sort of lore-wise, we're trying to find the heroine
Yes.
among us from
Yeah.
earlier. We might remember, yeah, she kind of got blown up by a nuclear missile earlier, but don't worry about it. She's back from the dead.
Yes.
That's fine. That you know that usually happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's in the title.
yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah. So we need, but her soul is like kind of being consumed by a demon called Arachne. We need to find the soul diver to dive into her soul. I know, very creative use of names. We need to dive into her soul to sort of, I guess, cleanse Arachne from her soul, and then we
Yes.
can finally have Among Us in our party.
She will be among us.
She will be among us.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Here's the problem. Arachne is probably one of the most unreliable is like a nice way to put it. It's one of the hardest fights in the run.
Yeah.
The strategy is the same as usual. You just have to Zeo the boss fight and throw Hamias at it. Same old strategy. The problem is that Arachne has 25 speed, which is one of the highest speed stats this early into the game, given that she's level 35.
Yeah.
We try to use Sylph, which has Zeo at 22 speed, which is pretty good. It's actually one of the only reasons why we fuse Sylph, because no other demon even comes close to rivaling Arachne's speed.
Well,
but
to be fair, we do need Sylph anyway.
yeah, but we could get Lotus Wand. That's what I'm telling you. Like, we could get the Lotus Wand.
Yeah.
But like, having to stun the Arachne is one of the biggest reasons why we need Sylph. And like Zena was saying in chat, my buddy and fellow Megaten runner, only if we had nerve bullets equipped on our feet could we do this fight without Sylph. And that's actually referencing a recently found glitch in this version of the game, where you can equip the wrong type of armor into an armor slot, and if we equip nerve bullets into our boots slot, we actually become invincible. And that that gave birth to the 90% category.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just adjusting the moon cycle right now, because if we enter at full moon, there's a chance that we have a preemption turn, and we
We
don't.
did not. So
Well, I can
let's
just auto.
fingers crossed. Sylph beat hits, which we think she did.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Ooh.
That's not good though. Goblin dying is okay, but like,
Oh, I got it.
that's rough.
Nothing I can do.
You just have to hope that Sylph keeps getting the stuns, and we're all asleep.
God.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It's
This
getting
is
worse.
yeah.
I have a
this-
jewel.
This is the typical for an Arachne fight. You're either getting you're put to sleep, or getting killed.
I'll just
like
let
that.
myself get killed.
Yeah, we'll just do. Thankfully, we reset beforehand, so we're gonna just try this again. So that is Death through Arachne. That's one more for the bingo sheet.
Yep.
Probably the most expected one, to be honest. But yeah,
I gotta do shopping again.
there's
I was thinking of saving after shopping, but I was like, I'm not gonna die right.
he'll be fine.
Of course.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Usually she
It can happen again.
yeah, but usually
Don't
she
be
gives
fooled.
us a bit of mercy after the first one. You know?
You say that, but
Depends on how she's feeling. So yeah, we're gonna go and dive into Among Us as Soul again, and hopefully we don't get kicked back out again. So I
alright.
guess one thing somewhat you might have noticed as well is not our whole party died when we got the game over. You saw that
Yeah.
Princess Kushinada was still alive. How it works in this game is humans are the most important characters in this game. Practically nothing can be done if there's something affecting at least Scrungus. Like if Scrungus is asleep, or if Scrungus is binded, or cursed, or frog, there's not much we can do. And if all the human party members are dead, then you just game over on the spot. It's kind of like Demi-Fiend in Nocturne, or Joker in Persona 5,
Yep,
where
yep.
they are the most important. If they're dead, that's it. There's
Except
nothing.
here you have a little bit more leeway since you have multiple humans.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. As long as you've got one human alive, you can still play the game. So you could say if Chungus or Among Us died, you can use Scrungus to revive them. But if they're all dead, then it's game over. So this dungeon as
There's
well.
another death. Can we see the cutscene? Yes. Yes, we
What
can.
the death cutscene? Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm gonna do my best to not show the cutscene.
Yeah, we're gonna try and not. Hopefully, this dungeon's really simple as well. It's just a bunch of teleporters. Like, there's some encounters here, but we've got a stoma, so we're fine.
Here I am adjusting the moon cycle again. It's on the top left corner in case anyone hasn't
Yeah.
noticed what it is. I guess we
Yeah,
can
the-
explain mag as well, since we haven't actually addressed it.
Yeah, so magnetite is sort of, I guess it's energy for demons.
Oh,
You reset, so you have to do everything again.
me.
Right, who wants to see the death cutscene again? We're probably gonna see it in just a moment. Yeah, when the game restarts, or when you get sent to the main menu, your auto is completely reset to the default. And because our default is basically nothing, because all our humans have no weapons, we're just not going to be doing anything. Although, we're actually not doing too bad.
Go
Put to
Sylph.
sleep, but
Go
we
Sylph.
might...
Oh, I gotta use my Katora. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're running out of MP. Look, Kushinada, not only does Kushinada have
Go
a
Sylph.
bunch of MP and a stoma, but she also
There we
has
go.
the skill
Back
Makatora.
to- I'm gonna just reset.
And Makatora allows us to send 10 MP to anyone that's alive, so we can use it to keep Sylph doing her Mazia.
Oh, are you
that,
kidding me?
Well,
She's like right so close to death.
she's really low health as well, yeah, because we've done just about enough damage. Yes!
There you go. See, never give up, never surrender.
Unfortunately, that is probably the worst thing that could have happened. Ideally, the only person that dies is Goblin, and that's expected because Goblin is really weak. but the fact that Chungus is dead, Chungus is dead, Kushinada Hime is dead, and Sylph is dead means we have to do a bunch of reviving, and
Yes.
we have no Estoma. Once we leave this dungeon, we have no Estoma until we can revive Kushinada Hime. That might
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Actually, let me think about it. Let me think about what I'm gonna do. Because we're gonna get the heroine back, which is good. We have some recon. We just need to buy 1 gold pill. And gold pills are 600 or 700. I might have to sell some. Yeah, okay. I was getting confused on the way back.
Yeah, so yeah, after this, since we've defeated Arachne, the being or demon sort of vibing, I guess, in Among Us' soul, she's going to join our party now, and she's going to become a mainstay for the rest of our party, for the rest of the game. But unfortunately, because everyone else is kind of dead, we have a bit of problems, but Heroine should know, or Among Us, sorry, should know Recarm, which should let us revive some of our party members. Hopefully. If not, we're gonna have to get some money because reviving is expensive.
I might actually have to like talking to get money because just
Oh,
summoning the demon is gonna be very expensive.
Yeah, and we only have 300 Maka. We're gonna need money. Yeah, so not only do we have to spend
Actually, I have enough
money,
for the gold
and not a cheap amount, reviving, especially of not the same alignment, is not cheap.
You know what? I'm gonna save after this counter.
So we want to, we need a bunch of money. We need to revive our party, and then we need more money so that we can resummon Kushinada, Hime, and Sylph.
I don't like talking to you guys. No. Yes. No.
No, he wants that we don't want to give money. And now
can I
he's,
run away from these guys? That's the question.
Does Among Us know? Oh, you might just have to go for try and kill them. Oh no, you were able to escape. So escaping in this game works based on average speed of all living party members, including the demons. So because we have because Chungus has a bunch of speed, we pretty much, as long as it's mainly just the hero or the humans in our party, we can pretty much escape everything. So hopefully we don't struggle too much. We managed to get Chungus revived, that's good. So we have Trifuri in case we get into any awkward encounters.
No, we don't. He's out of MP.
That's right, he's out of MP, yes, that's true.
Okay. I've got enough to... Okay, now I just need more money in order to revive... In order to resummon everyone. But now it's a lot easier because I can actually kill demons.
Yeah,
I feel a
because
lot more
Chungus
confident.
is quite strong, and he's got Mahazana, and he's able to wipe out, yeah, especially the Messiahs. They don't like giving money. They do give money, but you know they don't always give money. They prefer taking all of our money to give to the Messianic Church.
Fun fact, reviving can actually fail in this game.
Yeah.
And if it fails, your demon disappears.
Does it actually?
It does actually.
I did not know that.
Which is not fun.
It's a
I'm
1
gonna
in
need money.
1 in 64 chance whenever you use any revival spell or revival item, and it can fail. I think this is the only game that does that. I don't think the SMT2 or IF or anything does that. Pretty sure this is the only one.
I'm not sure.
I know. Could you just imagine having to farm money here to revive our party members, buying a revival item? It is cheaper, to be fair, so it is a viable option, but imagine having to revive your party with the
Actually,
item
like
and then
that.
you just
Uh-oh.
And
it just fails.
lose it, yeah.
Oh no.
This
Oh,
is
no.
this is not good.
I'm just gonna...
You should just Trifuri, I think.
I should actually... Oh, I already supposed to stop now. I'm gonna just...
That's oh, this isn't good. I would just Trifuri out of this.
Oh, that's not what I want.
So what Trifuri does, in case you're not aware, is it just lets us escape any fight. With obviously the exceptions of boss fights, we can't use it on boss fights, but at random encounters, guaranteed escape as long as it can be used.
I just need enough money to heal Shinadahime.
Yeah, and then we can get our Estoma back, and we're relatively back on track. This is a delay that's usually never happens.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, I guess, because we've got nothing better to really talk about, we can get any
There any
messages,
messages?
any donations, anything like that.
Yes, I would love to. I would like to remind everyone there are like 777 possibilities to support Alzheimer Fonden, one of which is buying our new charity shirt. For those who don't know, our Speedrun store is back and we are back with some new merch. The charity shirt itself costs $22, but out of those $22, $8 will go straight to Alzheimer Fonden. For those folks on site, to buy the shirt, find the nearest info desk near you. And for the friends at home, it's speedrun.store or just !merch in chat to find the link. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're almost done. This is a mess, but now I'm just going to Makatora them and give them MP just enough so that I can go on to the next dungeon, and we're going to do our best to keep going. It was a bit of a big time loss. I just gave MP to...
You just gave MP to Scrungus.
And now I just
Nothing wrong with that. It just
reorder
doesn't do anything.
them, and we're good to go.
I assume it still takes the 10.
Oh yeah, it costs 10 to cast. And yeah, this game just lets you cast magic that would do nothing. Like
Fair enough.
Makatora targeting the main character who has no MP. It costs MP, doesn't do anything. Using revival, you can use revival spells or like curing magic on people that don't have anything on them, and it just fails, and it still costs MP. You can use Estoma multiple times, even though it you only need to use it once.
It's better to use it multiple times than to use
Just in case, yeah. Like it's
zero
like
times.
it's like 10 MP, and you know Kushinada Hime's got like 200, so it doesn't really matter. So now we're actually making progress with the game again.
Yes, what an experience.
I know we're currently in. Is it Roppongi?
Yes,
Is that
we are
right?
in Roppongi, which is a city that is populated by zombies. We learn as we arrive here. We also meet a familiar character named Alice who asks us to play with her. We kind of just say no for the time being. We need to go pick up this pot called what's it called? The glancing pot, which is an item that's required in order to avoid a fight with Belial. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah,
Belial.
Belial.
That's
Belial.
there you go. I always say Belial. So I was just recently corrected on how it's actually pronounced, and I forgot.
You think I can pronounce anything? This is hard.
Okay, we should have added in the bingo. We should have added a box for everyone dies and you have to spend 10 minutes getting money.
I know. I'm surprised we didn't think of that. To be fair, maybe that can be the free box in the middle.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right.
Alice wants us to play with her, and she's gonna take us to her. Is it Master? I don't know. Mr. Red.
The butlers.
Butler.
Mr.
Yeah,
Butler.
Mr. Red.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that we've angered or
Yeah.
made.
I mean, she asked us to die for her, and we kind of just say no, and he shows up.
yeah,
Thankfully, we have the glancing pot, which seals him.
yeah, we
and
just
we
skip.
move
That's
on.
that's the fight. It was so hard.
That fight is unbeatable, so that's actually the only way of getting through there.
Yeah,
And
then
there you go.
our friend Yuriko, she showed up earlier. She's kind of important. Law Hero just got vibe checked, unfortunately. He's not going to pass the vibe check.
We're thankful for Law Hero for having revived everyone, because now he leaves. As we angered Alice, which made her disappear, and we captured Belial, the Black Butler, which is the remaining Butler, takes the Law Hero in order to make him into a sacrifice and turn him into a zombie. And that's what
Yeah.
we're going to fight now. He's actually Nebulos. So the fight here, I guess I'll probably Makatora Sylph, so we can still have Mazio.
Yeah, so we can keep the Mazio going.
Kaja, and we use Hamaya. The worst thing that can happen, I'm not trying to jinx it, but the worst thing that can happen in this fight is Sylph missing. The fight is simply done by throwing Hama arrows.
Yeah. So we should probably explain what Goblin's for, because Goblin's
I
a
guess we
really
haven't
weak
really
demon. He
acknowledged
just
that.
sort of sits in the back,
There you go.
and he doesn't. On the surface, you would think, oh, why do we have such a weak demon in our party this whole time? But he is actually one of the more important demons in our party. This is Scrungus? No, Chungus. Unfortunately, he failed the vibe check, so
Yes.
he's
I
gone.
hereby invite Chungus solo.
So we can F in the chat for our boy Chungus, who is now no longer with us. We salute his service.
He's in
He
a
was
better
very
place.
useful to us. But yeah, Goblin knows two of the most important spells in the game, which is Tarukaja and Makakaja.
Yes.
Tarukaja increases our physical damage. Not important right now because we're using a lot of magic attacks, but Makakaja, which boosts our magic attack, is what we want to be using. It boosts our Hamaya damage, which is very important for these boss fights. It doesn't technically increase the power of the 2 damage Mazio, but you know 2 to 3 that could mean something.
Yeah.
I like the person in chat saying he's fine, which we just talked to his soul. You're like, he's fine.
He's fine.
It was just a little scratch.
Yeah, all he did was fail the vibe check. That's all. Business as usual, I suppose.
So we gotta save here. One of the reasons why, like, we only ever save around 2 times in a normal speedrun that's not going like this, and it's not a marathon run, because saving takes a long time, and also because saving is mostly only ever done to bookmark the place you traport to. Traport is a spell that takes you between terminals. Most of the time, in order to save time, we just bookmark a terminal, which is just entering the terminal and leaving, and then we transfer between them. So now we're going to do this interesting fight. This is a similar fight to like the ones in the beginning of the game where we just throw items. These demons are actually I think the Dark Line, so they're weak to Mahama and Hama Line spells, which are light spells. So we throw 2 soul sendings, which sends their souls to heaven by casting Mahama, and thankfully they all hit, which is good. And now for this fight, we're going to throw 2 Hama arrows, and hopefully be faster than them.
Hopefully this doesn't miss
I'm going
as
to
well.
I'm going to use the Mazio just in case.
This is one of those.
Oh, these don't miss. Hamas never miss.
You're not using the soul sending. That's right.
Yeah, the soul sending.
I'm thinking of
Cool.
the next
Goblin.
one. I think.
Yeah, the next one. Yeah, the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, great fight.
Yeah, this guy wanted us to pay, what was it, 10,000 Maka to get past
Yeah.
the door?
don't have that
Or
kind of
we
money.
fight his demons.
We didn't even have money to summon the demons, let alone 10k.
Yeah, we barely have money. Like, usually money is
We're
not an
just-
object,
Just
but
scraping by.
yeah,
Barely
we are.
scraping by, struggling.
Yeah, you can see our party. We are scraping by. We're not having a good time right now. You can, if you are really insane enough, you can give him 10,000. He will let you past. But it's much more fun to just, completely just body his demon lineup, and he just lets you past anyway. What's he gonna do? Say no now that you've killed all his demons?
No.
You sent all their souls to heaven. They're vibing up there now. So now we're practically at the Messiah headquarters right now.
Yeah. This is in
In
fact the Messiah headquarters.
in Shibuya,
In Shinagawa.
Shinagawa.
Yeah, there you go.
Not Shibuya.
Oh, we got it. Welcome to the fort. Oh no.
Yeah. So here we are grabbing one of the most important items for the run, which is, I forget what the sword is called, but it's a sword.
I also don't know.
It's not
I
a
also
on the surface. It's not a very important sword
Yeah.
on the surface.
or particularly
Or-
strong.
Yeah, like stats wise, it's weak and very uninteresting. But
So not
it
good
lets
yet.
us do what we call sword fusions, and we can use this sword to create what is effectively the most powerful weapon in the game, and we will, because this runs a lot harder if we don't. So
And that's the whole reason, or rather one of the reasons why we fused Sylph. We're going to fuse the Sylph.
yeah, Sylph
Into
is
the
the
sword.
the first ingredient to creating our overpowered sword, which is why we need her. We need a few other spirit demons, but we don't actually have to do any negotiations or fusions or anything. We can just do some bartering. Good old-fashioned bartering, because what else are you going to do in the apocalypse than barter? So,
Here's Chungus number 2.
he has come back
Chungier.
from the dead. Our Lord and Savior Chungus
Yes.
has
So
returned.
just like the heroine, Chungus has been revived.
Yeah, and he now
is now
acts.
he's actually, in fact, because he revived, he is acknowledged as or revered as the Messiah, or the Messiah for the Messians.
Yeah, he is like he becomes the representative for the Messians for all intents and purposes, and he is now making our push towards the law the Messians getting what they want in the story. The Chaos Hero in the background is doing the same thing. We don't talk about him. That comes later. So we actually
Chaos
managed
Hero.
to.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I mean Fungus. My mistake. Yes. So these are some fights that we could be missing our soul sendings in, but we managed to.
We actually didn't.
We actually managed to hit all.
The game just doesn't want me to donate for charity.
No.
But guess
I
what?
know.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright, so we're done here. We talked to Chungus, that's all we needed to do really. We are now gonna head to the opposite direction, and we're actually gonna find Fungus on the way. He asks us like to fight him and whatnot, like, haha, what's up bro, you wanna go for a fight? And he's like, okay, I'm just kidding, but like don't go past me because this area is controlled by Yama, who's a very strong demon, who we cannot defeat in this point in the run because it's level 70, and who will try us?
Yeah.
You say the word.
Yeah, you'll try us.
He'll try us
in a court.
Yeah, he'll try us in a court in the occasion that we enter his area, which we did because we have to. And in order to not fight him, we're actually going to align ourselves with him, becoming therefore chaos aligned.
Yeah, you get a bunch of chaos points if you take this option. If you say no, or if you're law aligned, you automatically say no. You have to fight him, and he's not easy. We are not prepared to deal with this guy. We will never be prepared to deal with this guy, not until we're at the end of the game. By then, it's slightly too late. But because we align ourselves with the chaos alignment and the Gaians by sort of agreeing with him, he spares us.
Yes.
Which is good for us because we don't actually want to deal with him.
Yes. So as we're chaos anyways, we stop by the chaos shop and get some items that we're going to need later on. I'm going to save here because there's a very, 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 very small chance that we could have Kushinada Hime killed by Bishamonten, which is the next fight that we're going to do. And because we're chaos aligned, if Kushinada Hime dies, even if we revive her, we can't summon her back until we're back into neutral or law alignment. So we don't want to lose our Stoma demon.
Yeah.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and you can actually see the effect of our alignment because we're now spinning counterclockwise, which shows that we're chaos aligned. And it's not just like the story stuff that is determined by our alignment, but we can't, unless we're neutral, we can only summon demons that are our alignment or neutral. And if we're a neutral, we can do from all alignments. And because Kushinada Hime is law aligned, that was easy.
That was easy.
There's
we said Bishamonten.
no, we buy multiple just in case because we could totally miss. Yeah, since Kushinada Hime is law aligned, we if she dies, we can't do anything. We just have to deal with all the encounters. So ideally, we try and keep her alive.
Alright, and now to Ueno. Ueno is more of an intermediate dungeon, but it's the one where we're going to get the last gem necessary to fuse the Hinokagutsuchi, which is going to make us a lot stronger. So first we're going to go to the second floor and grab that gem, then we're going to exchange the gems for the remaining demons that we need in order to do the fusions, and then we're going to fight Ladon, who's the demon that's controlling this area.
Yeah, we're also going to meet a mysterious individual. He calls himself Louis Cypher.
Yeah, Louis Cypher.
Yeah.
Totally not any demons that we know of.
No, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
I wonder who he could be.
Blonde guy.
No idea. You could.
No, it all belong, guys.
I'm not good at this whole like figuring things out. I'm sure someone else will figure out. You might know more than I do, but I don't. I won't be able to tell you. He seems like a nice guy though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like he didn't try to kill us, which is better than most of the other people we've encountered so
Like
far.
Yuriko, 2 steps later, who's like, "Oh, why don't you love me? I will kill you now." It's like,
Yeah,
wait,
Yuriko
no,
is
I mean,
kind
what?
of,
I don't really want to.
She's got a bit of a fascination for us, I suppose,
Yeah,
or
obsession.
an
A little
obsession.
clingy.
Just
Yeah.
really, really clingy and like
People are just like that.
yeah.
I guess.
He keep bonking.
There
I
you
know
go,
you keep
Ruby.
bonking against the walls. Yeah,
Look,
should stop doing.
it's early, late, early.
It's
Like-
early. No, we're more than halfway through the run. It's not early anymore. It's actually reasonable time now.
Okay, I'm going to
Depends
change
how you look at it.
it now. Okay,
Yeah.
Aquamarine Emerald Pearl and Garnet Diamond. There you go, I got it right. I always get this wrong without looking at notes. So I'm very proud of myself right now.
Yeah. So we traded for a few spirits, as we said. We need these spirits in order to do the Hinokagutsuchi sword fusion, which we're gonna do now. Which is just, we're just gonna watch a few sword fusions. Imagine fusing a demon with a sword. That's pretty cool sounding, don't you think?
Yeah. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
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 Where could I have seen this before? Actually, yeah, you're right. It's slightly familiar feeling, don't you
Yeah.
think? Yeah.
So because we're going
Yeah.
to be watching 2 more fusions, if there's any messages right now, please feel free.
Yes, thank you very much. I'd like to remind everyone that we have some donations open as of now. For example, if you want to see your favorite trainer name for the upcoming Pokemon trading card game, get your donations in now. You still have some time to get those donations in and select your favorite name. For example, and we currently have names such as Earthia, Yogurt und Du auch. And
auch, he
to be
said.
honest, it would be entirely hilarious to just see Du auch as trainer name for the Pokemon trading card game. Back to you for now.
Thank you. Alright, we're almost done here. We're going to fuse Salamander, the last one. And there is the great Hinokagutsuchi.
You know this sword is cool because it's on fire.
Yes.
Like
this-
that's how you know you've got a powerful sword. And you know, just a small stat increase. We only went from having 0 to 200 attack. You know, very small, very minor stat increase. So now that we've got that, we can actually make some progress again. We're gonna go and fight Ladon, and we can, because he's kind of blocking a door. We kind of need
We got
past.
past.
And he's going to let us pass once we introduce him to our friend, the power of friendship, and this sword we just fused. There's always fun.
So now is when we actually start doing strength-based damage.
Yeah, the first. It's only been an hour and 15
Yeah.
minutes, and we're finally doing physical stuff. It's been magic the whole way.
We don't really have any points in strength at this point, but we don't really need to because the Hinokagutsuchi is just so
It's
strong that it
just-
destroys everything.
And I mean, we get a couple points in strength from the Hinokagutsuchi.
Yeah, yeah,
bonus,
we get those by equipping it. So Ladon is skilled. That was pretty fast. We just Yonga Tarukaja, which is basically what Makakaja was doing, increasing our damage
Yeah.
output, and the fight is over pretty quickly. And now,
Yeah,
Okay,
now we want to
there you
enter
go.
this building on full moon because this old man's going to give us some chests. And depending on the phase of the moon, you get different items. We want to only grab the left item on full moon because all the other rewards are just not worth it. Now we've got, remember Bishamonten from earlier? Yeah, this is basically the same thing but part 2. I forget which one this one is. Oh,
It's Jikoku.
Jikoku.
yeah, Jikoku. Alright. Because we're so strong, we don't even need Ghost Rises anymore. We just
No.
sword him to death.
Just Zio and then,
As God intended.
yeah, just slap him with a big sword.
Alright, and that's done. We need to do these fights not only because we get some nice levels out of them, but also because each of these 4 deities are deities. They're holding up invisible pillars, stopping gods from ascending or descending into our worlds. But because that's what the Messiahs and the Gaians want, each respectively, we actually need to bring down the pillars and open up Tokyo to whatever invasion needs to happen. I'm going to do one more save here, just in case.
Yeah. On the way, we're now in Tokyo Destiny Land. It's a theme park. I don't know what it's based off of, but if I remember rightly, it's based off a real theme park. Oh yeah, Law Hero or Chaos or Fungus.
Oh my god, I got Fly. There's just no way
You
I
got
got
Fly.
There's no way I got Fly. I cannot believe my eyes.
So
it's in the it's in the bingo.
yeah, it's in the bingo actually. Fly.
I can't describe just how long it's been since I got Fly.
I know.
I bet
usually
there's
it's
some
frog.
runners right now who've never even seen the status.
Yeah, because usually it's frog or curse.
it's usually it's just curse.
Yeah.
Frog is rare. Fly is like
Basically like
never
0 to
before
1. It's a
seen.
good thing you put it down on the
yeah.
the
It's like
bingo
I was
sheet.
predicting it.
Yeah, you predicted the future. Unfortunately, now that Scrungus is a fly, he can't do anything.
He can actually still use the sword.
Really?
Because it's a very smart fly.
Oh,
Very
okay.
strong too, and just hold the Hinokagutsuchi. But I can't use the comp, so hopefully I won't have to.
Fingers crossed
Oh,
we
we
don't
gotta
need the
keep
comp.
turning the wrong way.
Yeah, this on the way here to Tokyo Destiny Land, we encountered a Cerberus, and that would have been our good friend Pascal from earlier. You remember the good
Yeah.
boy Pascal? He turned himself into a Cerberus at some point. Now we're gonna fight a JPEG.
We're all JPEGs inside.
Yeah, this boss is supposed to be so big that we're only supposed to, we can only see her head and neck, but in reality, it's just a JPEG.
There you go.
So thankfully, this JPEG does
Really
not
good
provide much resistance. So it's an easy fight, and now we can go and cure our fly.
Yes. It's gonna take. Oh, I forgot I already have some more spells now. We're going to transfer back to Shinagawa because we are done with aligned base decisions. By defeating Kingdom, we are officially locked into law.
Yeah.
We just need to say the wrong, not the wrong.
The
we just need
right-
to say the wrong thing
No.
and do neutral.
We need to say the right thing.
Yeah, I need to say the right thing and do the neutral ending. Okay, let's see. I should have enough money to just cure everything. I'm going to get my items. So the reason why we even got that mask out of that weird house earlier is because we can now sell it for a lot of money and buy really good equipment,
Yeah, and
which we're
this
going
will
to need in order to do the last boss.
this will pretty much carry us for the rest of the run as well.
Oops, not this one. It will have to.
We kind of have no other choice.
Yeah, we don't have that much money.
Well, we do now. We're rich compared to
Yeah, I mean for sure.
compared to the
30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
we're being poor shamed
For
like
minutes
an
ago, we
hour
were
ago.
begging to the demons, and now look at us. Look how far we've come.
I know we've truly had like a proper anime character arc. We've just evolved and grown.
Quite the roller coaster.
Yeah, I mean we're at Tokyo Destiny Land. I'm sure there's roller coasters.
We're
there.
not at
Yep,
Tokyo Destiny
yep.
anymore. We're in
No, but we
Shinagawa.
were.
Oh,
you
we
know?
were,
There was
yeah.
a roller coaster there. I'm pretty sure.
It sure felt like it, given how many times we
Yeah.
fell and got teleported.
That dungeon layout is. If you ever go to like, I think it's GameFAQs. I think they've got a map of Tokyo Destiny Land. There are teleports and there are holes in the floor. The whole dungeon. It is really confusing the first time around. Like second time around, it's not that bad, but first time is super awkward.
Alright, here we are talking to Hanyo, who's the leader. It's like the equivalent of the kidnap for the Gaians. Hanyo is the leader of the
Yeah.
Science. We say yes, and we're officially locked into law.
Yeah, so now we are practically at the point where our alignment is going to be locked. It's technically, if we could get enough points to get neutral or chaos alignment, we could still change it, but for all intents and purposes, there's nowhere you could get enough.
Oh no, you
points for
couldn't.
that.
You can't get chaos after killing Kidnap.
No? Is
No.
it just neutral?
Yeah,
after that
just
point?
neutral. Oops. How did I miss that door? Just neutral or a law.
Okay. And now we're entering the final dungeon in the game. We're not going to be finishing the game just yet. We've got things to do, but this is the final dungeon. Unfortunately, during the very short time period between us entering the cathedral and speaking to Chungus,
Whoops.
Tokyo got flooded.
Yes, and this happened because we thought the deities. I keep just not knowing how to pronounce that word, but you know what I mean.
The deities, yeah.
Turns out that they were actually making sure that Tokyo didn't get flooded. So now we had to recruit an octopus that was going to be sacrificed for some kind of like ritual in order to get around this flooded Tokyo. And let me use stomach here because you can actually get an encounter. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. And after doing this, we come back inside, we talk to Chungus, and Chungus tells us that we have to participate in one more feud happening over at the Tokyo government building, the place where we fought the zombies around an hour ago. And we need to go help out Vishnu fight Ravana in Indrajit, who Vishnu is trying to help God descend into God known as Yahweh in this world, to descend into our worlds, and Ravana and Indrajit are obviously trying to stop that. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, the whole sort of thing with the law and the Messiah alignment is basically to try and bring God down to the mortal realm so that he can like rule with God's order and all that stuff. Obviously the Gaians they don't like that, and they're trying to do their own thing, you know, power with demons, the usual affair, you know.
Yeah.
We're obviously going for law ending, so we're gonna help bring God down. But first we're gonna go and recruit our best friend Vishnu. Because we are law aligned, we don't have to fight Vishnu. He will just join our party, and he is cracked, to put it simply.
Vishnu's pretty good.
Yeah, he has... I forget what level he is, but he's really high level, has really good stats.
Has 999 HP, which is pretty good. Has the Arahan, which can heal everyone. And there you go. There we go.
Now we've got our friend.
Now we're going to just summon him, reorder our party a little bit. Let me put Vishnu over here. And now we just go back to the entrance.
Yeah,
now these are two towers, and we have first climb the left one where Vishnu was.
And then we can go and fight Ravana and Indrajit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual like positioning, I don't know the specifics, but the positioning of your party members in the UI actually does matter.
It doesn't matter for this fight, but it will matter
in the game. It does actually make a difference.
Like
for the most part.
It doesn't matter for this fight, but it will matter later. The reason why I put this like this is so that when I use the pentagram against the Asura, it will hit the Goblin. But I'll explain that later when we actually do that fight.
Yeah, so now we just have to climb the top of here, and using our new friend Vishnu and our big sword, we're gonna go and fight Ravana and Indrajit on the order of Chungus, because otherwise Fungus is gonna use Ravana and Indrajit.
Yes. Chungus varies for us.
Yeah.
Fungus, not so much.
Yeah, we're on Team Chungus, but not Team Fungus.
Not Team Fungus.
But we're definitely on Team Among Us.
Fungus is nervous. He's the one who abandoned us first.
Exactly. He thought he could get away with being more powerful, and we were just like, nah. Ain't about that. So that was the first of two boss fights. We're gonna get one immediately afterwards. I know in casual play, if you're not prepared for this, he can kind of kick your ass a little bit.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah, they are not weak.
Poor Goblin, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Gotta revive
because
him.
Goblin's so weak, he like if anything hits him, he's just gone.
Yeah.
At this stage, like everything does so much damage.
He's very helpful in this fight because we get to use Tarokaja, which speeds up the fight a lot. But unfortunately, he's very vulnerable to any attack, and putting him on the front just does that.
Yeah.
All right,
just kind of makes him our little like, I guess, bullet sponge. But for not bullets, but for magic.
Okay, now I'm going to trade the items.
Yeah, now we're gonna give Among Us the Hinokagutsuchi because Among Us is she just swings the sword better than we do. Instead, we're gonna be using guns with bullets that let us bind targets, because Among Us is gonna be using the sword. We don't actually have a way to use Zio anymore, so we can't stun any demons with shock, and we get around that by using bind instead, which is, for all intents and purposes, effectively the same thing. It usually lasts longer.
The biggest difference between shock and bind is that if shock hits, it will always stun, whereas bind can hit and just not.
Yeah, it's a chance.
Yeah, it's a much lower chance.
But with the gun we have, the P50, it has multiple hits, which increase our chance because every hit has a chance to apply bind. So the more hits, the higher chance we have of getting bind. And if they're binded, they can't do anything. So we've returned to the Cathedral, and now we are going to recruit the Archangels.
Yes, we're actually going to go for the Cathedral.
Yeah.
And not just stay on the ground floor.
Don't worry if this looks confusing, it is. So we're gonna recruit the three Archangels, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael.
Yes.
Is that right? In order to create the Angel Ring, which will let us go into the depths of the Cathedral. Because, graciously enough, they were able to come to an agreement, the Messians and the Gaians were able to come to an agreement that they basically split the Cathedral in half. So
yes.
The Gaians get the basement.
Even the first floor is split.
Yeah, they get the basement and one half of the first floor, and the Messians get the 8 floors above, the stairs, and they get another half of the Cathedral. So they're surprisingly really kind to each other, but at the same time, they've kind of had nowhere else to go, so it was kind of mutually beneficial. So we're going to recruit the Seraphs, and we're going to fuse them into the Angel Ring. The Angel Ring will let us get into the depths of the Cathedral so that we can go and fight the final boss. And fun fact, this is the only game in the entire Mega 10 franchise in which Gabriel is portrayed as male. Every other depiction has been portrayed as female. That's a fun fact. We're still making our way up top. Technically, we could go and meet our boy Michael, but we don't have to.
Michael doesn't even want to meet us. That's the problem with the Messiahs. We will actually only meet Chungus because Michael, the actual god who the Messiahs pray to, wants nothing to do with us.
We're too weak.
Yeah, we're just we're just the executioners.
I know. We just do. We're just doing
dirty work.
We're just doing Chungus's dirty work for us. I know it's a bit of a shame, but anything to serve our Lord and Savior Chungus. All hail Lord Chungus. Yeah, we've got a few more floors to catch up. So if there's any messages or anything, feel free to shoot them off just now.
Yeah, we're gonna be walking for a while.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you. I would like to say that with just over $46,000, we have last night reached our milestone of 45K, which means that tonight we will have another milestone madness section.
Ooh.
But keep donating generously if you can, because if we make it to 60K until then, we can not only prepare for trouble but also make it double. Because then we will have 2 milestone sections. So if you want milestone segments, so if you want to see those, it's ! Donate in chat. Keep the donations coming. We are raising money for a very, very great cause. Thank you.
I definitely want to see those milestone man.
Yep,
Yeah, the last
sure.
few were always a
Gonna
good watch. So
Wake up right on time after it is. Alright, so we transfer back to the Tokyo government building so we can actually meet the Fusion Master who can fuse the Archangels, which are too strong of demons to be fused by a normal fusion place, into the Angel Ring, the item that Lone kindly explained will allow us to actually face the leader of the Gaians.
yeah, this
And
guy's fusion.
This Fusion Master is called Old Person.
Yeah, he's just, and this tech is just built different compared to everyone else. Like, the Archangels are that strong. Do we actually do this for Chaos, but for the other demons? I don't actually remember.
No.
No?
That's fun fact. That's why Chaos is slower. So for Chaos, you have to descend all the way to the bottom, talk to Asura. Asura tells you to go talk to his underlings, like the equivalent of the Archangels, to give you parts of their body, and then go all the way back to the bottom again, so that he can make it into the Devil Ring.
Okay.
So I'm gonna save it in case.
Because I remember, well, when I did my casual playthrough, I did neutral, so I just killed everything.
Yeah, in neutral we don't have to fuse anything. You can just go up to the top, fight Michael, go up to the bottom. Go up to the bottom, I said. Go down to the bottom and fight Asura.
Yeah, so we practically have nothing else apart from the final boss at this point. There are a bunch of like mini bosses that are on the way down to King Asura.
Yeah, it's the ones I just mentioned.
Yeah,
what they're called.
but they're in their own rooms, separate from the actual exit or the staircase, so you can just skip them if you really want to.
Yeah, they're completely optional.
Yeah, like technically we could just skip the Archangels and go straight up to Michael. You won't appreciate it, but you know, we
there's
could.
no reason for us to do that because we do need the ring.
Yeah,
but we could
if you really want to. Yeah, so there's a few. There's only, well, there's I guess 2 bosses that are still left in the game, and everything else is just optional.
Yeah.
Obviously, casually, you'd probably want to beat them for the
right
XP and stuff.
Zoomed past it.
Yeah, exactly. We're just walking past them. What are they gonna do? Chase us? They won't.
They wouldn't. They barely fit in their rooms.
Yeah, they're quite large, especially these Chaos
Just
folk.
get
They're quite
destroyed.
big.
Fun fact: the one I was just mentioning on the floor above is Cert, who in SM5 is a little bit bigger than this. Would not fit the Cathedral.
Yeah, he would be the Cathedral.
Yes.
He's like that big. Yeah, so this bit's just really straightforward. All we have to do is make our way down to the depths, and then we'll meet our good friend Fungus again. That's not the right one. Yeah, so we go and meet our friend Fungus.
Wait, where am I?
You lost.
I am. Why am I lost?
Why are you lost?
Where did I take a wrong turn?
Just use map. Use the map.
I don't want to use the map. Oh, there you go.
You don't want to
that's
use
not
the
the
map,
right way.
but you got lost.
Is this the right way? This is the right way.
I don't
Okay,
know.
no,
You tell me. You should know this more than I do.
I was somehow doing the map without even realizing.
Yeah, this
I'm glad the
as we
game
said earlier,
itself.
this dungeon has a bit of a confusing layout, so Sion getting
think?
lost. Yeah. Saying that, some of the future Mega 10 games have even more confusing dungeons. We're looking at you, Strange Journey.
Pretty sure it's fine.
No, Strange Journey is a great game. I think I haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's got some dungeons, all right.
Like
There's
a
sort
true
of-
Mega 10 fan, you have never played the games, but you're like, they're great.
Yeah, this is the bit where I have to admit, like, I what even is a Mega 10? I don't actually know.
It's a Megami Tensei game. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is one of the strategies that we have to do for the upcoming fights. We need to poison ourselves because both Fungus and his girlfriend, Fungus girlfriend,
Miss Fungus.
yeah, Miss Fungus, have the ability to bind us. And because we don't want that, because if we get bound, or even worse, charmed, we'll attack ourselves or just not attack at all. We poison ourselves, and by already having a status effect, they can cast another one on top of it.
Yeah, it doesn't let us stack them. Oh, there's Louis Cypher again.
Yeah,
he's
Louis
he's just
Cypher,
offering us
easily.
some words of wisdom.
He's just hanging out,
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Just so happens to be there randomly.
just so happy.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
Nothing to do with what's going on here. I'm gonna grab one extra summer just in case.
Yeah, I know. I'm a true Mega 10 fan. I've only ever watched a YouTube playthrough of Persona 5. That's all I know. That's like that's how it works, right?
No.
All right, there we go.
So, unfortunately, our good friend Fungus just killed our other good friend Chungus again. So he died again. he can't catch a break, unfortunately. But because he killed our good friend Chungus, we're gonna fight him back and teach him a lesson for messing about with our good friend. So now we just Fungus is binded, so we can't really do much. But if he could, he would probably go and kill our friend Among Us as well.
I was actually kind of scared because he was really doing a lot of damage to Among Us.
He was.
And so I was like, well, should I stop and heal? I just kind of risked it. All right, and now here comes Miss Fungus.
Yeah, Miss Fungus.
Trying to avenge. It's actually Lilith. My bad.
Yeah, Miss Fungus. We'll just call her Miss Fungus. It's better that way. This fight, exact same strategy. As long as she's binded, she can't do it.
She's right there undefeated. Couldn't even let you explain.
I know. Like, you not even giving me the chance to tell our lovely audience how this run works.
Alright, there we go.
How unthoughtful.
And now we use the Angel Ring. We're past that door, and we are on the way to Astra.
Yeah. This
so
is coming.
The
up
way
to the final
the
boss.
Astra works, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll just go in. The way the Astra works is we need to bind it, and
Did you need to bring back Goblin as well when you?
then summon Goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got preemption.
He
It's
got
kind of annoying, but it's fine. I'm going to.
Yeah,
end,
Kishinada,
and I'm
Hime
just-
died, but that's fine. This is the final boss anyway, so it's no big deal. We just need to make sure we can get the bind in. So we're gonna use Vishnu as a heal bot right now until we can actually get the bind in.
Yeah, I'm going to do this like nice and slow, by not autoing.
Yeah, we're gonna take
But
our
see the
time, because if we don't get the bind in, then it's not that the fight's gonna get hard. It's just gonna be we're gonna be here a while. Because we want Goblin's Tarukaja so we can do more gun and sword damage. One of these days he will get binded.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Surely.
Surely.
Like we'll see a notification under where the damage is that they've been binded, so that's how we know they haven't been binded yet. We really are taking our time.
Yeah.
I know, this is the one time.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
Now he's
there
okay.
it is.
So this is the one time you'd want Zio or Zionga, because if you'd get a guaranteed first try, but it would take too long to get anything that would be worth using, so we just go with guns instead. But now that Goblin is here, he can give us some Tarukaja boosts, and we can do even more damage.
Alright. After this, we're going to auto, which is now the best thing that can happen is we get to use Tarukaja at least 8 times, and Asura stays bound. If he stays bound, he doesn't deal damage to us, so we don't have to stop to heal at all.
Yep.
We can just keep dealing damage, and because we keep upping our damage output by using Tarukaja, this should end quickly. We just need him to collaborate.
Hopefully he cooperates, yeah. One would hope.
Oh, the Goblin actually reflected damage with Pentagram. That's actually, I think that's the first time oh, there you go. Okay,
That's it.
perfect.
Yeah, so that's the final boss.
All right, so time ends on, this is a Japanese game, so time actually ends on the end of the credits.
Yeah.
So we still have to watch
We've got
the credits.
some time, yeah.
But we'll be underestimated, which is all that I wanted.
Yeah, now we
And there you go,
walk into the
GG's.
game's ending.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Asura kills Goblin instantly. Let's review the. Can you see the?
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
bingo
use
that we
Nebs
had.
because he's
Yeah.
bright green. So if you were
yes.
playing along with the bingo, unfortunately we didn't get any lines.
No lines because this run was actually pretty okay,
was
except
actually
for the
pretty
money
okay.
section. So we got it. Congo Shinkai encounters. Bishamonte died first time. We survived against Zenki Agoki. Azumi, Azumi definitely missed Zeos.
But we never noticed. So.
Yeah. You know what? Cross that out. Cross
We'll
it
cross
out.
it
Wait, which
out.
one?
Yeah.
We're gonna Azumi
Oh,
missed Zeus
okay,
for
okay.
sure. Demons all spawned pretty timely. No misses on the Sawabaku. No sleep at Orias. Sylph was 8 times. Demons did not ask for gems. Ghosts spawned, yes. Cornus didn't spawn. Our Dry didn't spawn. We had 3 encounters back to back.
Yep.
Messiahs did not offer money.
No, they wanted our money.
They
like
wanted
a
our
lot
money.
of our money.
Astra did not kill Goblin instantly. We died to Arachne. I never forgot a stoma. I bonked many times.
many.
Many times.
Well, I didn't get bound, but I did bind the Asura, which technically counts.
Do we want to count that?
I want to count that.
Yeah.
Okay.
count that.
And no frog, but we did get fly. No Q-Sif spawn. Ghoul didn't dodge the holy water because I didn't even use one. And we got a triple staff drop. That is the review on the run. Thank you everyone, and thank you especially to the ESA Marathon for accepting this run. This is kind of not a very popular one, you could say. Like it's pretty underground, and it's been basically my dream since I started speedrunning Mega 10 games to get to showcase this in front of a big stage and to get to do this along my friends. It's the best thing I could ask for. So I'm really happy I got to do this. And the run went pretty well.
Yeah,
all things
it
considered.
went as well as could be expected, we think.
Yeah,
Apart from
money.
Arachne,
Yeah.
and like having to recover from that, but you recovered really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's say so.
Yeah.
So for anyone watching that wants to pick up a Mega 10 speedrun, go on speedrun.com. We have a lot of resources for any SMT1 speedrun and for other ones. Join the Discord. Everyone's very helpful. Will help you learn many runs. In fact, if you want to learn SMT1 80% and you're a ESA, just hit me up and I'll teach you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a few more days, so
Yeah.
if you see us going about, please, we would love to show you how to play this game, especially the Super Famicom version. It's got some wild glitches.
Yep, it's a quick 20 to 30 minute in and out.
Hell yeah. Timing is coming up
Yes.
soon.
So last thanks. Thank you, Lon, for being here, helping commentating. Thank you, Nev, for staying up. I know you were very tired. Thank you for everyone in the audience for watching. Thank you, Aura, for hosting. It was my honor to be here. And thank you, everyone in chat who's watching and donating and just overall being great people.
You lot kept us awake.
Yes.
Very important. We needed it. We've been awake for
Definitely.
too long. Too long we've been awake for. So we're probably going to make our way straight to bed, to be honest with you.
Yep.
They're all going to be revived just like I was.
Yeah.
But you know, Scrungus,
So
destruction is over. The active creation is about to begin.
all the resources you could ever need for the Mega 10 games are either on our speedrun.com or on the Discord. The Discord is on our speedrun.com pages. We have so many games in our list. Like, you could play pretty much anything. So, you want to reach over for time? Yeah, time's coming up when the dot appears on end. So that is time.
GG's.
That is the end of Shin Megami Tensei,
Alright.
the glitchless law ending.
I think that's everything.
Yeah,
Thank you,
now
everyone.
now the game will give us a like 30-minute long
Yeah,
showcase of
we gotta go. We gotta go.
everyone
Yeah,
we
we
There's,
encountered.
there's people.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
We're not going to show
Thank you.
that.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for a stellar morning run at ESA. Thank you, Sioneus, for your run, and Lonnie and Nevius for commentating. To all
Thank
of
you.
you out there, we are just going into a short intermission, but we'll be right back with a children's card game. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stick around.